Hi guys, in this video we're going to have a look at pictograms. So pictograms is just another way of displaying data. It sort of makes it a little bit nicer to see and probably a little bit more fun than just seeing a normal bar chart and bits and pieces like that. Although people in normal sort of real life situations obviously tend not to use pictograms, you do still need to know how they work, how to draw them and how to interpret them for your exam. So the first bit we're going to look at here is how to draw one, and then on the second and third pages we're going to have a look at how we just interpret them. So let's get cracking. So here we go, here's a table. It shows number of pizza sales during a week. So we just have the days of the week and obviously the sales, and we've been told to draw a pictogram. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to draw or write down their days, like so. So obviously we've got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and this may or may not already be done for you. Usually in the exam this step is done for you and all you have to do is actually just fill it in, but we'll start from scratch. Okay, so there we go, there are days, and what you'll have is a key. Okay, and this is up to you. Sometimes they'll tell you the picture that you can use, sometimes they won't. Obviously being pictograms, you use pictures to display this data. Bear in mind that if you have a picture that's really quite tricky to half or put into quarters or anything like that, it's probably best to stay away from it. The best things to go with, I believe, are circles and squares or even rectangles, because it makes it a lot easier to split those shapes up. And I'll talk about a bit more of that when I look at filling in my one here. So the key, the picture I'm going to use, well, being pizzas, I'm going to draw circles. Okay, because it's easier to split up into halves and quarters, and it's easier to draw, especially when you've got the squares here, like so. So that's my picture. Again, you can pick anything you like, but make it easy. So squares and circles are probably the good go-to there. So there's my picture, and then we need to say, what does one picture represent? And again, make this number easy. I'd stay away from something like 3 because it's harder to chop up the picture into thirds. Obviously like sevenths and stuff like that, stay away from like each one's worth 7. Probably the best go-tos, 2s, 4s, maybe 5 if the numbers on here are multiples of 5. You know, basically nice even numbers, and again obviously something like 5 might be a shout depending on what your table is here. So I'm going to have a look at here. I could go 2s, but I don't really want to be drawing 10 circles if I can help it. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to go for 4s. So I'm going to say that one circle is worth 4 pizzas. That's entirely up to you. You don't have to have 4. You could have gone 2. You may have ventured into doing 5s. It's entirely up to you. And same with the picture. But I'm going to do this because it just makes it a bit easier. So what do we do now? Well, Monday has 20 sales. And obviously one circle is 4 pizzas. So if I was to draw that on there, that's 4. That's 8. 12. 16 and 20. So I'm done for Monday. Bear in mind, you need to make these as similar as you possibly can. Okay, if you start doing one bigger than the other, you're going to lose marks. It has to be exactly the same, which is why circles and squares again is easier to do. Okay, so they have to be very, very similar. Okay, so let's do 10 for Tuesday. So there's 4. There's 8, and now I need another 2, and this is why I picked a circle, because if I need 2, that's just half the circle like so. So there's my 10. So 14 for Wednesday. So there's 4, there's 8, there's 12. I need another 2, so that's going to be my another half like so. 15. So 4, 8, 12, another 4 would be 16, so I actually need 3. So this is going to be 3 quarters. Now, obviously 3 quarters of a circle looks like that. I'm just going to talk about that in a bit more detail. In the exam, I've seen people to do 3 quarters do a half like that and then they add on a quarter like this, do something like that. That does not get you the marks. You have to do 3/4 within the same picture like that. Don't split up the 3/4, do it in one go. That gets you the mark, that doesn't. Okay, 23 then. So 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. Again, I need another 3 as opposed to 4, so that's going to be another 3/4. So draw 3/4. Don't split it up like that. 24 for Saturday, so 4, 8, 12, 16, 20 and 24, that's fine. And then 9, so I've got my 4, I've got my 8, I need one more, so that's just a quarter, like so. Okay, and that's it. That's your pictogram. You've drawn pictures to represent the data like so. Obviously in the exam they'll probably ask you a few questions about that data, and that's what we're going to have a look at now. But that is the principle of drawing a pictogram. Pick a picture, generally one that's nice and easy to draw repeatedly, so it's all the same, and easier to split up should you need to do a half or 3/4 or a quarter or something like that. And then make sure you label how many, in this case pizzas, each diagram is worth. Okay, so that's drawing. Let's have a look at interpreting then. Okay, so here is a very standard type question. They've already started the pictogram for you, and you've got to answer some questions. So let's have a look at this one. The pictogram shows the number of hours of sunshine in Elsian over the past week. So again, here's the days. We have some of the diagrams already filled in, and we're told in this case the circle is worth 2 hours of sunshine. So let's have a look. Question 1. How many hours of sunshine were there on Tuesday? So what I recommend you do in this case is actually write how many hours it's worth in the actual diagram. So one circle is 2 hours, and if you wanted to, you could go through the whole lot like so and do that. So 2 hours, obviously half is going to be 1, and 3/4, well if half is 1 hour, and then obviously we've got another quarter, that's going to be 1.5 hours or 1.5 hours. Okay, so how many were there on Tuesday? Well, I've got 2, 3 hours. Easy marks. Thursday had 4 hours of sunshine. Friday had 3.5 hours of sunshine. Complete the diagram. Okay, so this is another one. We get some marks for this. Let's deal with Thursday first. 4 hours. Each circle's worth 2 hours. So there's 2 hours there. I'll put a little 2 there. And then another 2 there for the 4 hours. And I've done with Thursday. Friday had 3.5. So one circle gives me 2. I need another hour and a half. Well, if I do half a circle, that's only 1 hour, but I need another half. So I'm actually going to do 3/4 like that, which is my 1.5. So in total is my 3.5 hours. Okay, done that one. Lovely. Finished off the diagram. Give that a tick. And then question 3, how many hours of sunshine did Elsian have altogether? So this is quite simply, just keep adding them all up. So do it line by line is probably the easiest bet. And if we do it here, we'll actually create a column to add them all up with anyway. So 2 add 2 add 2 is 6. Then we have 3 for Tuesday, which we already did up here. 2, 4, 6, and then 7. And then we've got 4, 3.5 or 3.5. 1.5 or 1.5, and then 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay, so let's add these up then. So we've got 6. In fact, what would be a good idea is to actually write this as working. So 6 add 3, add 7, add the 4, add the 3.5, add the 1.5, add the 8. So we're going to have 9, 16, 20, 23.5, 24, 25, and then 33 hours in total. Let's double check that. So 6 add 3 is 9, add 7 is 16, 20, 23.5, 24, 25, and then obviously add the 8 to get 33. Yep, excellent. Okay, so always double check you're working. Okay, so that's just some basic ones of interpreting when you're told what the key is. Let's have a look at one that's ever so slightly harder, which is this one here. So the pictogram shows the number of parcels a postman delivers in a working week. So again, we've got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. However, in this case, we're not told how many, the diagram here, the picture, we're not told how many parcels this represents. So we need to carry on reading and see if it gives us some more information. So 9 parcels were delivered on Thursday, and I'm told, or I'm being given, the pictures here. So I've got 1, 2 and a quarter of a picture. Okay, so then we can need to work out what 1 is to fill in the key. Okay, so that's the crucial bit here. So if you've got 2 and a quarter and you've got 9 parcels, and they're not going to make this too tricky, it's going to quite simply be 4, 4 and then obviously the 1. So we can see that the diagram here, 1 square is equal to 4 parcels. And if you do 4 times 2 and a quarter, you'll get to 9. Okay, or to go backwards, 9 divided by 2 and a quarter, you'll get to 4. Okay, and then we're told 11 parcels were delivered on Friday, 4 parcels delivered on Saturday, and we need to complete the diagram. So very similar to the other one, except in this case, we had to work out the key first. So let's do that then. 11 parcels were delivered on Friday. So we have 4, 8, and then I need another 3, so that's going to be 3 quarters. And again, do 3 quarters, don't do a half and then a quarter separately, do it all in one go. And then 4 parcels delivered on Saturday. That's easy, it's just 1 square. Excellent, done that. We found out what the key is and we've filled in the rest of the diagram. How many more parcels were delivered on Wednesday than Tuesday? Well, let's have a look. So Wednesday had 4, 4, 4. So in total, 4, 8, 12. And Tuesday had 4, and then half of one of the diagrams must be 2. So that's 6. So quite simply, how many more did it have? 12, take away 6. Leaves us with it had 6 more. And then just to add a little bit of fractions, they could also use this as a percentage, but I would imagine they'd probably use a fraction. What fraction of the total number of parcels got delivered on Monday? So we need to work out what the total is, just like we did in the previous example. So we have 4, 4, which gives us 8 on a Monday. 4, 4 and 1, which gives us our 9. Double checking that one as well, which is good. 4, 4, and then obviously 3, which gives us 4, 8 and 11, which is again just double checking what we did there. And then obviously we have our 4 and again checking there. So we need to work out the overall total. Again, let's show our working. So 8 add 6, add 12, add 9, add 11, add 4. So that 8 and the 12 would be 20, so that'd be 26. That'll be 20, so that's 46. And then add the 4, which is 50. That is fluke, I made this up, so that's handy. Let's double check that though. So we've got 8 and 12 is 20, 26. That's going to be 20. Yeah, excellent. And it says, what fraction of the total number of parcels, well there's a total number of parcels, got delivered on Monday. Monday had 8, so it's 8 out of the total, which we just worked out is 50. So that should get you the mark. It may ask you to simplify. So of course we can divide both top and bottom by 2, as that's the highest common factor, and we'll end up with 4 over 25 if the question asks you to simplify. Okay guys, so that's how you draw a pictogram and some of the common questions that could be asked. Essentially, all based around this key. You must get the key right if they've already started it for you. If you've got the choice, make sure you pick a nice number to work with, which you can half and maybe split into quarters. And again, make sure your diagrams are the same all the way through. If you start doing bigger or smaller or different variations, you will lose marks. So pick nice shapes. Pick easy numbers for your key and take your time when working these out. I highly recommend writing in like I did here. It avoids making any silly mistakes, because that's all that you'll do on this, is you'll make a silly mistake. So hopefully that helps, guys. Thanks for watching.